Okay, folks, sheet number 2. So we've learned t, s. We are going to learn one more hand shape, but first we're going to learn one more vowel placement. So let's think about this. We have hand shape, we have movements, we have locations. We do not have more than one palm orientation for English, but that's available for showing inflections in Chinese or other languages, and it is used that way. So we have the same parameters as sign languages. Let's move that out. So hand shape, movement, location, and palm orientation. Although for English, palm orientation, there's only one palm orientation for cueing English, or French or Spanish for that matter. Okay. So we have 2 locations so far. We have the mouth location. We have the side location. We're going to add the chin location. And this location is used for vowel sounds oo, oo, ah, and eh, short e, eh. Okay, so let's get started. Moo, 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 moo. Two, 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 two. You have to cue with me. Get your hands up. You don't have to cue with both hands, but if you cue with both hands, you will find it easy to switch, and there are good reasons to switch. Here's good reason number 1. Hello, how are you? I'm fine. How are you? Well, I've been sick lately. Ah, role shifting with 2 different hands. So if you can cue easily with both hands, you can have that flexibility. I don't have to do that. I could, hello, how are you? I'm fine, how are you? Right? The role shift is really in the body, but it does allow an opportunity for changing hands, and there's another good reason to do it. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah. Ooh, you can't see it now. Blah, blah, blah. You can see it. Okay, so as I roll shift, I want to keep the visual lines clear, and so there's a good reason. So I'm cueing with 2 hands to show you. You choose your decision, but cue. Use at least one hand, if not both. All right, and now I tell you, foo. And foo is a real word that I heard in Russia when they were talking to the dog. And the dog would do something like jumping up on me, or I don't know, whatever it was supposed to do. And they would say, foo, foo Gart, foo. The dog's name was Gart. I don't know if it was named after Gart Brooks. So, foo. Moo. If you go to RID meetings, we will hear that, in business, voting sessions, is that issue is now moot. Now they don't cue it, they don't spell it, but if you've never been to an RID conference, you must go. Okay, moot. Tomb. Tomb. What happened to the B? What B? I don't hear a B. Do you hear a B? I don't hear a B. I don't care how it's spelled. It has a B, but we don't say the B. So, tomb. Oops. I put a B there. Tomb. There we go. Who? Wait, what's the hand shape for the W? There's no W. It's not woo. It's H. Who. Okay. Sue. Suit. rue, right? You can rue the day that you were born. You could make a rue, which is spelled differently. You could live on rue, I don't know, 14 and whatever, rue. Or you could um, feel sad when Rue dies in Hunger Games. Okay, that's the beauty of it. I don't have to know how to spell it. How do you spell Rue? Was it O-O? I don't know. It doesn't matter. And that's the beauty of queuing. We had my daughter was in gymnastics, and we had, I don't know, like 5 different Caitlins. Is it Caitlin? Caitlin? E? I think they were all spelled differently. It was just Caitlin. Caitlin. Oh, they have the same name. Yeah, it sounds the same. And if you get to know any of them, you can learn how to spell their names. Root, right? Root for the home team. Root. That was fast. I know it's fast. We're just going to go on. Ma, right? That was oo. Now we're doing ah. And that's one easy way to remember this. Ooh, ah, right? So oohs are done. Now we're doing the ahs. Okay, maw. The cat had a rodent in its maw, right? That's the mouth, right? Saw. I saw him using a saw. Raw. Raw. Okay, raw. Hee-haw. 2 different vowel sounds. E and ah, e-ah, seesaw, hee-haw, ree-raw. Those last 3 had the same hand shapes. Right, look at the mouth. Which is it? S, sorry. S or r, right? Ree-raw. Hee-haw. Oops, I just right into. So seesaw. Okay. Taught, if you have that vowel, right? Taught. It might be taught, but we'll learn that later, and you argue with me, but you're not in the room to argue with me. Fought. What's an ah sound? I'm showing. Some people would say it that way. Some people have a different vowel. So I'm just showing you. Taught, fought, sought. Why am I changing my hand shapes? Because the last sound in all of those was t, 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 t. The first sound was changing. Fought, sought, taught, mott, for that matter, rot. That's the word. And hot. If I say it's hot, she's hot. Okay, that's opposed to hot. We'll get there. Soft. Why don't you use this for the f? No, that's not a f. This is a s. R. This is your f sound. This is also your t sound. Watch again. Soft. Wait a minute. You did a little thing here. You moved your hand a little bit. That is called the flick. Hang on. Okay, now I thought I had. Oh, wait a minute. Here we go. The flick. There we go. The flick. Okay, the flick is used when you have 2 sounds with the same hand shape at the same location, which means that's the side location because you have them by themselves. If it has a vowel after it, that's not an issue. You don't have to worry about it. You just touch it again, right? We did that firmer before. The flick is I have two consonant sounds, same hand shape. I need to show you that I really mean there's two different ones, okay? so, so I have soft, right? And t have the same hand shape. And they're both occurring in the same place, by itself and t by itself. So I have to show you that I meant both of those. Soft, soft. So I touch the side location twice. I know there's nothing to touch, but that's the idea. I'm touching that one right side location place 2 times. I'm moving away from it a little bit. I'm coming right back to it. Soft. We'll practice it and you probably get used to it, but it helps if I can see what you're doing. Okay, you have to practice. All right, now, softer. Well, what happened to the flick? You just had the flick. I know, but I also added a vowel. And when I move the hand for the vowel, I don't have to do the flick anymore. Okay, so soft, saw, ter. Ter is at a different location, so I don't need the flick anymore. I can cue it, but that means that I'm saying soft-ter, soft-ter, soft-ter. Like there's 2 T's with a space in between. So if that's what they said, that's what you cue. But if they said softer, softer. It was faster this time, yeah. Mess. What a mess. Mess. Meh. Right? Oh, so meh. 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 There's a nice cue for you. Mess. Met. I met you yesterday. Met. Messed. Where's the D? There's no D. Oh, yes, I see a D right there. See? D. Yeah, what does it sound like? T. Sounds like a T. You cue a T. But how does the kid learn? How did you learn it? Are you confused by this? It looks like a D and it sounds like a T. You're confused now. Seem you did okay up until this point. Okay? Don't over worry about how a deaf kid sees these things. They see it the same way a hearing kid sees it. And then they have to learn about silent E's and T's and D's and what's the other one? S's and Z's. So messed, test, set, test, test, st, st. I have to keep the same hand shape, or I have to show the right hand shape at the right place. So test, not test. I can't do it in transition. I have to hit the spot with the right hand shape. Test, tet, set, sest, sest. I don't know what that means, but those will look different, and we'll reinforce it later. Hem. I could be saying hem hem. Excuse me. I could be working on a wow hem. Hang on just a second here. Okay. Rest. If I don't cue it right, it looks like rest, rest, rest. I'll do them without voice, and you notice the difference. Okay, less busy, less sound. So rest, fair. And this is where people's perception of the sound gets a little murky. Is it an or is it a r? and you have to cue what you believe your sounds are. So fair, fair, and fair. Subtle difference. Pick one that's comfortable. It's not a big deal, because if you're consistent, then a deaf kid will figure out what you're doing. They might not be able to explain it to you, but their brain will process it right. Fairer, right? Who's the fairest of them all? Who's the fairest of them all? Fairer, fairest. Or I could do fairest. Who's the fairest? Fairest. I don't think anybody says that. Fairest. And sometimes you choose the one that's less work, and you might change your pronunciation over time. All of that was practicing our new location, chin. So we've got 3 locations of our mouth, side, chin, throat. We'll be learning that next one. But right now we got one more hand shape. So 8 hand shapes, 4 locations for English. So we're making progress. You're doing great. Okay, this is called hand shape number 6. It's not number 5. It's not number 8, right? Yeah, this is hand shape 6. Okay, so it's, doesn't matter. W sound, w, right? Oh my goodness, it's an L. Yeah, sometimes they cover, not always. And sh, as in sh, right? Sh. And so the word Welsh has all three sounds in one word. And notice it has the flick too. Welsh. Yes, I meant that there's 2 sounds with no vowels. Welsh, Welsh. Wet, right here. Okay, wet, wet. Let, mesh, mesh. West. That's all 3 hand shapes that you know. Okay, let's do it again. Where, and then 2 sounds with no vowels. West. If I flip it, wets. Okay, let's see. West, wets. Lest, lest ye do unto others. Shot, I'm going to do the ah instead of the ah. You don't have the ah sound yet. Shot, lot, there's a lot of coffee over there. Lot. Woo, not who. Who. Woo. Are you with us, Dr. Wu? Anyway, Lou and shoo, fly away. Shoo, Lou to the loo. Woo. There you go. That's 4 columns in, I don't know, to make it in 20 minutes. Yeah, maybe you want to review or look at some of the other training just to make sure that this is starting to settle in. It gets overwhelming, I know. And I don't have the visual feedback to see when to throw distractions at you. Because normally this would take longer. Because when I start to see frustration, like, I don't know what I'm doing, right, then we take a pause, come back to it. You have that power to do that. You can take a pause, come back, maybe rewind 1 minute, and then go forward. Rewind. like anybody has difficult lines. Okay, see you on the next one.